If you ask me, I think the best thing about embroidery is making patches. Now, I really enjoy making patches because you can put them on any type of garment. You can make them for hats, for jackets. They last a really long time and you can switch them. So if you have a special shirt that you like, but then the shirt kind of wore out, but the patch is still good, you can just sew off the patch and just sew it on another one. And on today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make it from start to finish using Madeira's very own Badgemaster film. Now, you can use it with twill, and we're going to talk about the differences, but we're going to concentrate mostly on the Badgemaster. So let's get into it. In order to do these patches, we're going to be using the 8x13 Mighty Hoop and the Creator. The advantage of using the Badgemaster film, and in this case, we're using 3 layers, depending on how thick you want the film or how thick you want the patch or how complex the patch is, you may want to double or even triple the backing, which is the Badgemaster film. Typically, when you're making a patch, you would use a twill that would be the color of the background. Therefore, you wouldn't have to embroider it, which would take a little bit longer. But with the Badgemaster film, we are going to create our own background using complex fill. And in one run, we can make multiple patches with different colored backgrounds. Now, you do have to digitize that, which is not a big deal. It just takes a little bit longer. But I think doing your own background makes it come out really good. And another advantage of using the Badgemaster film is with twill, you have to cut around the patch and you need to be really, really careful not to cut the satin stitch or else it's gonna fray and look kind of bad. But with the Badgemaster film, they just pop out like a Lego. They just kind of pop out just like that, and that's all you gotta do. We're gonna take our Badgemaster film and we're gonna do 3 layers. So I'm just gonna take this. 1, 2, and 3. And we want it to be just inside the hoop, just like that, perfect. Remember, we're gonna do multiple patches on this. Now there's a rough side and a smooth side. I like the rough side to be on top, just like that. So I'm gonna put this underneath. And with the Mighty Hoop, you know, it's just set it and forget it. I kind of like to get this edge, stretch it out a little bit, and then I apply it. Now, if there's any adjusting that you have to do, you can just kind of make it. This doesn't stretch or distort, so you can do this now. It's nice and straight. Now let's go to the machine. I've got my Badgemaster film all hooped up. Now let's pick the design. This is what I was doing previously, but we're gonna just run the one design by itself. So we're gonna go to the sewing folder. This is great, this new 10S panel. You know, you can kind of tell it exactly what you want. Sewing folder, there it is. We're gonna select the design. Remember, it's all perfect. We're gonna select the hoop. Nice, so you notice it's in the center. I'm not gonna leave it there, I'm gonna move it out. I made sure I had a nice, fresh bobbin in there as well. So we put our thing, and I'm gonna move it over to the side. Do this little corner first. There we go, let's lock it up. And let's do our trace real quick. Trace the design, it's gonna trace exactly where it is. As long as my hoop doesn't hit, we're good to go, and that's perfect. I've got the laser that lets me know exactly where it is. So let's pick our colors. So we're gonna go select colors. We know that the background is in white, so we're gonna pick the white color. And then it's gonna do the green leaves. And it's gonna do the little yellow sun part. And it's gonna do the white little petals. And now it's gonna do the black lettering. And finally, it's going to do the yellow outline. That's it. So now we save, and we're good to go. Let's do it.
By the way, guys, we will be at the Original Sewing and Quilt Expo this week, so if you are attending, make sure to pass by the Ricoma booth, where you will see Ms. Janet and Hope Yoder embroidering cool items and also doing an incredible giveaway.
All right, you hear that sound? That means it's all done. Let's take it out. Now, I'm not gonna pop this out right now because I still want to make more patches, but take a look at that. It's beautiful. We're just gonna clean it up a little bit, and you can see the petals look really nice with the satin stitch around there. So now we're gonna show you how to digitize it. All right, Rob already did the images on Adobe Illustrator, so now I'm just gonna drag that file right into Chroma. And if you look to the right of the screen, you can see that you have the background all in white, you've got the green grass, the circle, and we are gonna use the Badge Master film. When you use the Badge Master film, it's going to pop, you can pop the patch out. And in order to do that, you need to perforate all the edges of the film in order to pop the patch out. So the last thing I'm gonna do is this yellow border, and that yellow border at a density of 0.30 is going to help me punch it out. So that's the last thing I wanna do. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to isolate this white background, which is just this little white layer. I'm going to right click and convert it to a complex fill. To sum up what we did, we took an AI file which had all the components separated. We clicked on each one of them individually, and we either converted them to a satin stitch or a complex fill. We manipulated some of the little accents that we needed to by doing some run stitch and satin stitches where the auto digitize might not have worked the best. So this way I can control it a little bit better so that otherwise sometimes it'll jump from one thing to the other. Had we left the green leaves the way it was, it wouldn't have made it go into the right path that I wanted. So you always want to try to keep it moving without having the stitches stop and trim. So by doing it this way, we have control and we can tell the machine exactly what to do. Remember, that's what digitizing is. We're telling the machine exactly where to put every single stitch. All right, so this is done. I'm gonna do the rest of the patches. And while we're doing that, remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming out with this great content. We'll see you on the next video.